Hey guys, thank you for tuning in. I'm planning to do a purple smoky eye today, and I want to incorporate some of this shadow from ColourPop called Dance Party. I'm feeling really inspired by it today, and I'm just going to add some nice purples and smoke out the crease. So let's just kind of see where this leads to. Let's go ahead and get started. My Morphe M441. I mentioned this in my favorite brushes tutorial. I'll link that down below if you haven't seen it. And I'm going to go in with this shade from my Z palette. This is a Makeup Geek shade called Wisteria. I'm gonna blend it in with some of these purples from my Tartelette palette. This is the first Tartelette palette. I know they have a Tartelette in Bloom, but I'm gonna mix it in with this one right here. I'm also going to be using my Kat Von D Mi Vida Loca palette. I know this is very product heavy and you might not have every single one of these palettes, but kind of just use what you have. And Makeup Geek has a lot of variations of purples as well. So just kind of use what you have, and if you don't have any of these palettes, don't worry about it. You can find something similar and still create a nice smoky eye. Okay, I'm just adding in this purple from the Kat Von D Mi Vida Loca palette with the same brush. And I'm just focusing this right on the outer crease. I'm not bringing it in too far yet. But I do want it to kind of coat that outer half of the lid, like that. Okay, I'm just going to use a clean Sigma E35 brush that looks like this, and I'm just going to blend this through, just to make sure that there are no harsh lines. Sometimes when I'm doing a purple smoky eye, I like to incorporate a little bit of pink because I think that they go really well together. So I'm going to use this one from Makeup Geek called Simply Marlena. It's just a really nice pink. So I'm just going to dip that a little bit into my E35. This is mostly clean, so I'm just picking up some product on this clean brush, and I'm just going to blend it right on the outer crease as more of a transition shade. Okay, so now that that looks a little bit more diffused, I do want to go deeper into the crease. This is my MAC 217 brush. Just looks like that. I'm going to take this purple by Makeup Geek called Curfew. And I'm just going to focus this right on the outer crease. I don't have much of a crease, so that's why I'm kind of drawing it in. I do have some folds in my eye, which doesn't really help sometimes. But that's what I'm going to do, and just kind of focus this on the outer edge. I don't want to bring this in too far because I do want it to be more of a smoky look. Hope that makes sense. And now I'm going to go in with this dark purple, probably the darkest purple that I have from the Tartelette palette on the very far right in the middle. And this one I'm going to focus on the very, very outer half of that crease right here. I really just want to use these purples to smoke it out. Okay, and a tip to make sure that your eyeshadow is always blended at the very end is to go in with each layer that you add more shadow, to go in with a clean or somewhat clean brush like this and just blend it all out to make sure that there are no harsh edges and that everything just blends seamlessly with one another. Okay, so that's what it looks like so far. Now I'm going to add the ColourPop shadow in Dance Party. This is what it looks like again to the lid. I'm just going to use my fingers. I feel like some of the ColourPop shadows work best with fingers. So I'm just going to take that onto my fourth finger like that, and I'm just going to pop it carefully onto my lid. And the same thing on the other eye. I like to go in and add a few different layers so that I can kind of build the intensity of it. And from here I just want to blend everything together. So I'm going to take that purple again from the Mi Vida Loca palette. And I'm just going to do a nice all over blend. And I feel like I can smoke out the crease a little bit more, so I'm going to take that dark purple from the Tartelette palette right here. And I'm just going to add a little bit more intensity right in the crease. Okay, so that's what the eyes look like right now. I'm going to focus on the lower lash line. I'm just going to, again, take this purple from the Vida Loca palette, which is what I use most on the lid, and just run that on the lower lash line. So I'm sorry my camera ended up shutting off, so I just ended up smoking it out a little bit more. I'm going to show you exactly what I did. I took this darker purple right here, and I focused it right in the crease, and I tried to wing it out like that. So I'm going to do that just a little bit more because apparently this is becoming very smoky. I also smoked out the lower lash line with that same dark purple shade from here, taking this nice E30 pencil brush like this. Okay, so I'm going to do one last all over blend with that Simply Marlena pink shade. This one. And then I'm going to move on to my inner corner highlight, and we'll be done with the shadows. I get a lot of questions about my inner corner highlight and what I use. What I use is this shadow called Skulls from the Vida Loca palette from Kat Von D. Another great one is Shimma Shimma by Makeup Geek, and that one's much more affordable, $6. You don't have to buy this whole palette. So what I like to do is I'm using my Morphe M431. It's pretty much a dupe for the Sigma E30 pencil brush or any other pencil brush you might have. And I'll dip it into the shadow, and I'll go in and place the product right on my inner corners. So I'm just going to put it down so where I can see it. And then I'm going to take some Fix Plus, and this is the key. Fix Plus is always the key to success. So I'm going to take this Fix Plus, and I'm going to spritz my brush, get it, you know, a little bit damp. Go in with the product and build it up again. And do you see how much more intense this makes it? And that's just one layer of Fix Plus. So I go in maybe 2 to 3 different times and just build that intensity because I feel like it really makes your eyes pop, and it makes it look really nice in photos as well. When I have a few layers down, I'll kind of take the shadow and I'll blend it down into the lower lash line and up a little bit just so I can mesh it with the rest of the eye look. Okay, so I've gone in maybe 3 or 4 times adding Fix Plus and then just adding more of that shadow into the inner corners, and this is kind of what I have right now. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with some winged liner. I'm going to use my Kat Von D tattoo liner in Trooper. I might go in and fill it in with my Shwing liquid liner by the Balm Cosmetics. So let's just go see how this works out. Okay, so that's what the winged liner looks like done. And I'm just going to curl my lashes and apply mascara and get ready for false lashes. I'm going to use the MAC Giga Black Lash Mascara. So next I'm going to go in with some false lashes. I'm going to be wearing the Velour Lashes Fluff and Whispie. It's from their Silk Lash line on Sephora. And I'm going to use my Lotus Lashes Lash Glue. So while I'm waiting for the lashes to dry from the glue and get tacky, I'm going to apply some lipstick. This one is from Mickey Song Cosmetics called Drunken Love. This is the lipstick applied. This is what the tube looked like. By Mickey Song Cosmetics. I really like it. It applied really well. It's very pigmented. I used some concealer to go around the edges to make it just look a little bit more precise, but I really liked it so far. So I'm going to go in and apply these lashes with some tweezers. Alright, so that is the completed look. I hope you guys like it. I know it's a little bit more on the dramatic side of things, but I thought that I would kind of step out of my comfort zone and do something purple. I've never done anything purple on my channel, so if you guys are feeling adventurous or experimental one day, you might want to try out this purple smoky eye look paired with this really nice purple lip. So yeah, thank you again so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Let me know if you have any requests for future videos, and I will be sure to do that for you guys. Thank you so much again for watching, and have a wonderful day. Bye.